Hello, everyone. Good morning. Here we are. And here I am also as well. Do I have, that was a concern of mine. If I have something, I don't have something in my eye, I have something on my eye. I don't think it's sleep, as they say. People say, oh, I have sleep in my eye. It's like, well, you slept. It's what happens. It's not a real thing. Sleep is not a thing, a tangible thing to get on oneself. Especially when, is this better? Oh God, that's so much better. Dear Lord, now I have a healthy glow. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the program. Why can't I say that? It's cold. And when it's cold, I lose some enunciation. What will we be doing today? We'll be making coffee. And I'm in my underwear. These are some festive ones, I guess. I don't wear them at any time of year other than now, because look at how long they are. Dear Lord, I look like I'm going to play basketball. These seem to be avocados and perhaps blood oranges. They wouldn't be limes, because limes wouldn't be red like that. There's avocados that are hot. It's a cold avocado, well, because it's been cut in half. And maybe he's looking for his other half. And I didn't mean to ascribe a gender to the avocado. I just presumed that if you cut an avocado, I guess it's no male and female part. Maybe the pit is the male part and the female is the outer. And the female has been cut in half. It's an allegory on relationships. And the blood orange seems to just be a real swinging blood orange. I'm not going to keep it gender neutral because who knows. Fun boots and a long hat. Real cold blood orange. Nevertheless, it's festive because I'm feeling so festive and so full of hope and mirth and joy. Heroine Michelle said, I'm back. I didn't know that you left. She also said, so if you're a Beauty and the Beast character, who will you be? I recommend Gaston. Gee, thanks for the hot tip. Didn't put that together before this. Steve L.A. or Steve La said, good morning, RJ and everyone. Leo said, good morning, RJ. Have you offended Ryback at all? He's complaining about you on Twitter. I'll tell you something, Leo. I checked, and he's not. I don't know the man. I think I met him once. We don't follow each other. We don't tweet about each other. We're not corresponding at all. So the real story here is that Leo is trying to instigate a fight because he's that bored with his own life. Good try, and better luck next time. Sean said, good morning, RJ. What did you do to Ryback? Nothing. The question is, what did I do to Leo that he has that much time on his hands? Spot Center said, I'm never just in my underwear for this. I let the performer perform. Try not to be part of the show. Call me a rebel, but slap some shoes on me and I can walk out the door. Just put one foot in front of the other. Hopefully not in the grave. But, as you should. You wouldn't go to a comedy show and start telling jokes in the audience. People say that'd be bad. If you go to a concert and you bring your own piano or guitar, people would say, what the hell are you doing? I'm making coffee in my underwear. At no point did I force anyone else to wear underwear. If you want to, you can certainly choose to. But even guests, when I have guests on the show, they're not forced to be in their underwear. Certainly Steve Austin wasn't. My grandfather wasn't. They both wore fleece. Odd parallel there. But yeah, it's optional. This is what I'm doing, and you can do as you please. And now you have one shoe on or something? No. Jason said, hey, I managed to wake up early to catch the live stream. Good morning. Proud of you, Jason. It is 9:30, unless you're in a different time zone. Not that early. I wouldn't be bragging about it in the chat. Missy said, good morning, RJ and fellow cult members. Nails watched the ads, which is incredibly sweet of her. Positively E said, hi, RJ. Frank B. Zagatti, the statue maker, said, what's up, RJ? Spot Turner said, lighting is everything. I agree. In my estimation, it has been. OK Gamer, some odd, lanky gal named OK Gamer said, well, ha. Chris said, morning, everyone. Nail said, oh, what a lovely angle, looking fresh and pretty. Neil said, were the underwear a gift? I think I bought them last year at H&M in a holiday pack. Sometimes I run out of underwear, and then I have too many, but I've worn them all, and I'm like, I don't know what to do. Again, I feel like I should donate them Or maybe there's some sort of underwear exchange program. Maybe me and the boys could do some sort of mail swap of underwear. Sisterhood of the Traveling Pants type of thing. Poor Girl Shine said good morning. Val said good morning. Glenn said, hey, y'all, who would you want to beat in a hair versus hair match? And who would you want to lose to? I wouldn't want to lose to anyone. I had a hair versus title match. I put my hair on the line against somebody's title. And I was gonna win because I did not have enough money to pay me to get my hair cut. And so I get to the show. I'm like, okay, great. This is fun. Maybe we could do something with a barber's chair or the razor or the, whatever. The electric razor. They had nothing. They had nothing there. I said, what the hell is this? Why don't you have anything? Well, they said, well, you're not going to lose, so you're not going to get your hair cut. I'm like, yeah, but the fans don't know that. So now we have nothing. Now it looks like I'm not getting my hair cut for sure because we simply do not have the tools to do it. You need the threat of the other option for people to buy it. So I think and then it was one of these places where it's like, okay, does anyone have scissors? And it was like a fire hall in Buffalo. No one had scissors. We went to the store, I guess the scissors store, to get scissors. Whose hair would I want to cut? I don't like cutting people's hair, but I think I would do a horrible job. I'd be like, oh, I would like to avoid it. If I had a good, stylish barber and I could promise to give my opponent a decent haircut, only then would I take that kind of match. Spot Center said, blood orange or pink sock? Both are scary. Well, I don't know. Is that pink? No, I don't know if it's a pink sock. They're not wearing. Oh, they have these fun little boots, though. But they almost look like the inside of the boots. You know, the insulation, the lining? Remember when you were a kid to get the boots? Get the Sorels? I used to go boot shopping every year because I hit my growth spurt. And I had to get new shoes every year. And they were very big on the lining and also the spray. Anytime somebody got winter boots or a leather jacket, you got to go, did you get the spray? That was their thing. The boots would be like $30 and the spray would be like $75. And you never use it, whether you buy it or not. You never at all. Not once. Leo wants a 60-second scenario of me confronting Ryback in person for complaining about you online, but you forgot how big he is and are really intimidated. All right. Okay. Let's go. Put 60 seconds on the clock. Listen, Mac. This Leo guy has a lot of time on his hands, and I'm worried about him. And I'm concerned, and you come with the burl, and I have, well, I guess I don't have much. But the important thing is you have the burl, and I don't know if maybe we should not threaten him. Maybe we should just sit him down for a little chat and say, hey, Leo, we're worried about you. You're instigating fights online between people who don't know each other. And, I have beef, not with you, with Vicki Lawrence. But she's not answering me back. And it hurts. And it bothers me. So I don't know. Maybe we could go out for brunch. We can't go out for brunch. Maybe have brunch at home. Maybe I'll just drop brunch at his door. And then we can just slip a little note. How's your penmanship? Okay, maybe let's type it up. That'll be best. And scene. Well done. Neil said refund. Leo, read the room. Lauren said, please say hi to my son Eli, who is watching you while he plays the game Sorry. He wishes you could come play with him. Eli, listen to me. You can't play Sorry until you play Trouble. You have to play Trouble first, because it's fun getting into trouble, and then you play the game Sorry to apologize for playing Trouble. I hope that makes sense. I hope you're not playing it online. When I had it, it was this little board game with a pop-up bubble, and I got to be honest with you, Eli, the game itself, structurally, rules-wise, not very good. Not the most exciting game. That bubble popper was the best thing, and you would play the game just for the privilege of popping the bubble. And thank you for inviting me and saying you wish that I would play with you, but I can't for a variety of reasons right now. So I want to say sorry for not playing Sorry. So in many ways, I'm more sorry than I would be had I played Sorry with you. So in a roundabout way, you kind of got your wish. And I want you to think about that as you pop the thing. Lauren, please let me know that you have the thing. Spot Center said, at KSWA in Pittsburgh, they played Hair from the musical during an in-ring haircut. That is fantastic. And it makes me want to run a promotion and just randomly call our first show The Age of Aquarius and not explain it. Every show is a different song from Hair. And then we never run again. Patrick said, I just woke up and I feel like I just had the best sleep of my life. That is fantastic, Patrick. What did you do? Or what didn't you do? You know, maybe it's sometimes the things we don't do that yield the best benefits. SM said, have you or will you watch the Selena series on Netflix? Probably not. I don't know how to say I'm not a fan of hers without sounding like I don't like her. I like her. I'm just like, okay, cool. Like, I get it. It's great. It's just not my particular avenue of music. And that's fine. And that's okay. But I'm trying not to say that in a disparaging way because I'm fine. I'm like, okay, great. I don't deny her enormous talent. But I have a long list. And it's just getting longer because people are putting out more and more things. Chris said, Nels has a point. Folks are always looking for weird additions to their collections. I'll say, oh God, there's so much going on here. Val said, just cutting a promo on Leo. Nell said, hey, E. Oh, Ty said, hey, Red Dog, see, nobody's talking to me. Heroin said, when I look in the mirror, I see myself staring straight back at me and wondered about my reflection. Shows who I am inside and out, and you discovered yourself when you looked into a mirror. Yeah, exactly. Positively, he just said lanky, and I'm going to let that sit. We have a request from Patrick Broom, or Patrick Broomy. He said, can you sing the Miser's Brothers song from the year without a Santa Claus? Of course, one of my favorites. How can I forget? I almost played it, and then the whole deal fell through. The Miser's Brothers song from the year without a Santa Claus. He's a miser, but not that wiser. He's a miser. Oh, yes, he can be so mean. What he doesn't understand is that I'm related to him and my reputation is quite clean. I'm the miser's brother. And there is one thing I know about this year. All those bad people over there, well, there's good people over here, and we're trying to have a very good year. Even though there's no Santa, I can drink some mighty fine Fanta and wonder what happened to that Claus. As I look for him here, as I look for him there, I saw my cat with her claws. Don't scratch me, I said, I'm not the miser, you see. That miser is a brother to me. Well, you must understand, even though I have miser in my genes, my reputation is very clean. I'm the miser's brother. And there's one thing that you must understand. This is the year without Santa Claus, so let's have a good time in this land until we find him again and everything will be fine. That was the Miser's Brothers song. The year without a Santa Claus. Oh, here's another one. Val said, theme song from David the Gnome. Please and thank you, dear Sir RJ. Loved David the Gnome. Can't get it out of my head. And you know, once you hear it, and it was kind of that alternative rock phase, which was really, really, really weird. But it's, you know, created an unforgettable sound. So here we go. Theme song from David the Gnome. Doom 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 boom 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 doom doom. David the Gnome doom doom boom 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 doom doom. Won't you go home? Doom doom Boom, 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 boom. Leave me alone. Boom, 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 boom. David the gnome. Boom, 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 boom. Boom, 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 boom. Why are you so very small? Boom, boom. But your beard is so very tall if you're upside down. Boom, 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 boom. David the gnome. Boom, 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 boom. David the gnome. Boom, 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 boom. Won't you please go home? Boom, 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 boom. David the gnome. Boom, boom, boom. David the gnome. Boom, boom, boom. And please don't leave me alone. Boom, boom, boom. That was a theme song from David the Gnome, at least the version I'm familiar with. Eli said, well, this is uncomfortable. Sorry, Eli. We can play together too. Urka says, so this is what New York people do before everyone else wakes up. Yep, us New York people. Chris said, I could never play Trouble or Sorry as a kid. I got easily confused. Well, then you should play Confusion. Ty said, Red Dog, I'm doing great. I can't dictate your conversation. Steve said, Trouble was awesome. That poor Bubble. Sean said, 60 seconds of you attending your own funeral in disguise after faking your own death and can't hide your disappointment with the service in general. Okay. Okay. I'm putting 60 seconds on the clock. Here we go. Sorry for your loss. Heck of a guy. Has it started yet, or is it? Sorry. I just thought there would be more, you know. And what room are the snacks in? Okay, I just, you know. Seemed like a guy who probably wanted snacks and coffee at his funeral, but what do I know? I'm just a guy. Whew. I'm gonna go chew some gum. And scene. Good stuff. Good stuff. It's something that I look forward to living. Val said, I was thinking you'd do a promotion with a Broadway show themed matches. I did have a match named after me once called Arctic City's Glass Menagerie Battle Royal. And what was it? It was just a Battle Royal. Positively, E said, wow, first Ryback, now Selena. A lot of heat, RJ. I've upset these Selena fans now. Jeff said, will you send David Arquette a Christmas card? No, because I already sent him a gift. And I told him it was coming. And what I do on Christmas is I send, instead of a card, I will text people weird, old, kitschy, celebrity Christmas-themed photos. Some people will get just one, depending on like their tolerance level and their reference level and whatever. Some people will get a string of them. I will probably collect them the night before and then just send them out. Giselle said, you should get Sonny Kiss on the show again. We exhausted all the topics last time. You know, it was his birthday, and now it's not. Johnny Cliche said, what's up, chumps? Very derogatory. Val said, of course, one of my favorites. You know, it's going to be brilliant. Leo said, how tall are you? Cakeside said that you are 6 foot. Thought that you were taller. I believe I'm almost 6'2". I'm definitely 6'1" and then ish. Not 6 feet. Cakeside Seats is probably not the most reputable. And also, it's not even their fault. It's just that, like, where are they getting their information from? Indie wrestling websites? With people, like, nobody asks you what you weigh or how tall you are, any of that shit. They'll just make it. They think, like, because wrestling is fake and exaggerated, they can do whatever they want, you know. There's a trading card. Like, oh, I made this. I'm like, great. And it says I'm 5'8". Excuse me? And this just happened the other day. It happens like a couple times a year. People go, oh, you're a lot taller than I thought you were. Because, as Sarah Shockey analyzed about me, I tweet smaller than I am. If you read my Twitter and never met me in person, you would think 5'8". Lauren Chavin said, of course we have trouble. I have 2 6-year-olds. Dear Lord. Mommy, RJ City is talking to me. He wants me to play Trouble. Okay, RJ City, I'll get Trouble. And then he set up Trouble in the middle of the living room. Lauren said, Mommy, can I have RJ City back? Eli, when you are done that, you must get your mother to teach you how to play euchre. You're going to love it. All the kids are playing euchre. Tell your mom, all I want for Christmas, if you celebrate such a thing, is euchre. Teach me now. You're going to have a whole day of fun. Aaron said, I've never seen A Year Without a Santa Claus, so I'm going to assume this song is extremely accurate. Well, it is. Val said, what? You don't know David the Gnome? RJ, disappointed. Val, I give you an alternative rock version. Meet me halfway. Sean said, David the Gnome is my favorite early 80s sitcom. Red Dog said, that old school Nick Jr., the dad from Happy Days, Tom Bosley, did the voice of David the Gnome. And then he did AARP kind of commercials. Speaking of liquids, I should make a coffee at some point. Poor Girl said, never saw The Year Without a Santa Claus. I just realized I once made out with Santa Claus. Poor Girl, you can't just state that and then not follow up. So you're going to have to follow up with the context of that statement, please. Val said, I'll be posting it on Twitter later for you all to hear. Kimbo Grand said, hi, RJ said, have a great holiday. I'm doing my best. Neil said, RJ, can we get a top 10 moments or best of 2020 highlight reel of the singing and acting? Oh my God. I'll have to go through so much. When I started doing the songs, I think we did like a little highlight reel, but that was only from like 5 episodes. Let me look into it. It's going to take a little bit. And the worst part is I have to scroll through it and find it because there's a lot of dead time. There's a lot of coffee making time. Oh yeah, coffee. Okay, yeah, thanks. Okay, Aaron did the. Oh God, I'm so behind. Let me catch up first. William said, morning boss. Spot Center said, white clear lights or multicolored? Multicolored, RBG. Val said, should have put on a mustache. Ty said, your mustache is so convincing. Nail said, I'm just a guy. Pogo said, Val, good idea with Broadway show themes. Nail said, right, Ty. I was like, wow, where did RJ go? Remember when I fooled you guys after Dark once I had a mustache on? You're like, who the hell's this? SM said, you make an exception and eat the yolk when you eat a Cobb salad. No, and that's why I'm so happy the egg is hard boiled because you just break that yolk part and the yolk pops out and you're done. Nell said, I got a lovely card from the charity that you shared via Lady Barica. Oh, that makes me so happy. Which one? The Alexis Foundation, that one? Or the one that Lady Barica did the video? Whatever. Either way, it's so nice. Spot Center said, do you know anyone that pulls the burnt bubbles of cheese on pizza like they are pimple popper? No, that's gross. Pizza should be enjoyed just the way they are. Pogirl said, many of the stats on performers are incorrect online. Leo said, I meant to say cage match. Any website with cage in the title, I think, is equally not credible. Jeff said, do the Buffalo Bills win today? Sure, if they want to. Here we are. Spot Center said, have you been keeping up on the Sarah Stock adventures on YouTube? She's traveling in a van with her cat. No, but I will now. This sounds fun. Red Dog said he's also the father. He also did the Father Dowling Mystery Show. Is this the Tom Bosley tribute episode? Speaking of, here's the Tom Bosley of pro wrestling himself. Blue Meanie is here. And somebody tweeted Blue Meanie about you and Stevie Richards wrestling the Giant Hillbillies from some show that I don't even know the promotion. And it was on this day, and I don't know what year. But I want to know more about the Giant Hillbillies. Sean did not realize that David the Gnome was actually an 80s TV show. Dear Lord. Nail said, Spot Center, what happened with the cat when she was arrested? I hope the cat is fine. Spot Center said, thoughts on themed Christmas trees? Man, I don't know. I do not know. I think Christmas is usually the theme, themed Christmas trees. I feel like it's like an oxymoron. It's like we're already theming the tree Christmas because otherwise it would just be a tree. Nail said, good morning, Blue Lovely. Oh, Nail said, Lady Barica did the video. So nice. Morning, Miss Demeany. Urkaho said, I hope everyone had a good time this morning at church. Yep. Leo said, 60 seconds seeing you've met the politician Lawrence Diarrhea and are trying not to laugh at his name while you were discussing a serious issue with you. Let's go. That's hot. Lawrence? Lawrence. Oh. Well, hopefully with the rate of inflation that it would. How do you spell your first name? And then, yeah. Well, you certainly have my support. I want you to know that. If there's anything I can do, like stump speech, something, big fan of you. And scene. Good acting. Leo with the redemption. All is forgiving. You pulled out Lawrence Diarrhea in the nick of time. Jess said, will you get the Blue Meanie Christmas card? You may get a text. Blue Meanie said, Stevie and I wrestled the Giant Hillbillies for Pro Wrestling Express, which was the drive-through fast food version of pro wrestling, in Monroeville, Pennsylvania. I've wrestled in Monroeville, or have driven through it on the way to another show in Pennsylvania. It went as well as you can imagine. I can imagine Hillbillies, but bigger. You know? That must have been a sight. Ty said, the old stretch to stop from laughing. Neil said, I'm fucking crying. Val said, when I'm at home with my mom, she tries to get me to go to church. But I'll tell her I'm already engaged in a cult with a long-haired man on Sunday morning with songs and donations. And look, I almost have a beard. Herman said, I saw a picture of your cat. What is the name? Lucifer? Yep. Big old Lucy the cat. Spot Center has a request. Won't you come home, Bill Bailey, for a friend Billy's part of the cult of your personality. Won't you come home, Bill Bailey? Won't you come home? They mowed the whole night long. You do the cooking, baby. I'll do the pie. I know they've done you wrong. Won't you come home, Bill Bailey? Won't you come home? They mowed the whole night long. Where did you go, Bill Bailey? I do not know. That's why I sing this song. I left the light on, Bailey, on the porch, so you can see where the house is. I hope you have maybe a GPS, or at least a sturdy compass. 2, 3, 4. Won't you come home, Bill Bailey? Where did you go? I hope you have a map. Boom, boom, boom. Your father's very upset. Your mom is crying, and your uncle's an emotional sap. Won't you come home, Bill Bailey? Won't you come home? Your dinner's getting cold. Won't you come home, Bill Bailey? Oh, there you are. My God, you look so old. See, he's been away for so long, and then when he comes home, nobody recognizes him. Yeah, one of my favorites. Ty said, almost have a beard, a statement every 12-year-old boy has said with that length of facial hair. Look, Mom, I'm doing it. SM said, I stopped going to church after being falsely accused of causing division in the congregation. Oh, my. Because we know how together most religions can be. Lumini said, Monroeville is where they filmed Night of the Living Dead. Well, that explains my experience at the merch table. Steve Law said, time to like. Oh, yeah, that's a good point. 48 people are watching and 27 of you have liked this. I got the message. Nail said, Sabrina can't come to YouTube anymore. She was buried in an avalanche of RJ City merchandise and was all delivered at once. Never forget. Which reminds me, yeah, I did put out a shirt last week. It's a shirt with a pocket, and I'm in the pocket doing my pose. So if you pull down the pocket, you see me, which seems to be adorable. And it's on teespring.com/stores/RJ City, which has been letting me put out. So like the more people buy stuff, the more weird merch they let you design. And now I'm like kind of addicted to it. So more weird stuff is coming. Spot Center has a lovely tribute just for that great rendition. Gee, thank you. Nug is here. Former guest, advisor, mentor, padre. Said, I came in during Bill Bailey. What did I miss? Well, he hasn't come home. Nell said, Nug, he attended his own funeral and it was shit. Then he met Mr. Shit. Yeah, I attended my own funeral. We did a scene there doing these good prompts. Nell said, Danhausen has the pocket shirt. You should forgive him for the mug. Just saying, Danhausen's pocket shirt is creepy and weird. Mine is joyful. Nell said, can we have a pillow of your face? Yeah, I think we have an anxiety pillow. But I should do one. It's so hard to design this because you're like, oh, it's going to be like rounded and it's going to look weird. But I think I can do that. Maybe just one of like my head. Heroin said, I don't just sing songs about breakup speeches, anger, fear, and sadness because I sing about something better. I sing about happiness and love and non sequiturs. Val said, Nug, you missed RJ not knowing the theme song to David the Gnome. Everyone's very upset about that. Jeff said, any thoughts on the passing of Zeus, Debo, Tiny Lester? Fun actor, a guy who I only knew was a wrestler in the beginning and thought, this is weird and it makes no sense. And then you realize, the poor schmuck was an actor, got pulled into this wrestling thing and tried to make the best of it. And then you look back and you're like, those matches are fun. And that movie is fun and weird. I haven't seen it in a while, but I should. Way younger than I thought he was, considering how long he's been around and how much he's done. And one of those people who you're like, he's like a novelty actor in like the Vern Troyer sense. But then you look at his IMDb and you're like, actually, there's a lot here. This is actually a quite credible resume. Leo said, do you think Cheryl from Curb Your Enthusiasm is hot? Well, we follow each other on Instagram and we like each other's posts. So by that logic, I would have to say yes. Ty said, Nails, I also wonder about Shayna seeing his video. I don't know what you're talking about. I'm just working out with a big lead ball. Crossbody Pro Wrestling Academy said, Jimbo Jones actually beat you and Danhausen to the punch on the pocket shirts. Love you. Well, my pocket runneth over. Spot Center said, Rudolph, would you have helped him against the bullies or tried to fit in and get a few good ones about his glowing nose? He should have left. He should have told everyone there to go fuck themselves. He's got a glowing nose. That shit is in demand. He could join the circus. Like, that was his ticket to the big time. Instead, he's working for, really this slave driver guy. Because without the reindeer, Santa's shot. Santa ain't getting shit done. Does not use the mail. Seriously. If not for these reindeer. Although, I will say, it only seems, according to the song, that Rudolph was only needed the 1 year. Then one foggy Christmas Eve. So, unless you have another foggy Christmas Eve, enough with this guy. SM said, 60-second scenario. You're stuck behind some slow pokes at the security line at the airport, but all you're allowed to say is, Dear Lord. Oh, like Fraser Crane. Okay, 60 seconds. Here we go. Security line at the airport, you're allowed to say, Dear Lord. Okay. Dear Lord. Dear Lord. Dear Lord. Dear Lord. Dear Lord. Oh. Dear Lord. Dear Lord. Oh, dear. Dear Lord. And scene. Good work, everyone. Neil said, seriously, Sunday are the best. Jeff said, any thoughts on Pat Patterson passing? Yeah, I love that alley fight he did with Sergeant Slaughter. If you have not seen it, I highly suggest you seek it out. It is a doozy, even by modern standards. Pogirl said, great minds. I thought Rudolph should tell them to go fuck themselves too. Danny said, I comment and SM pops out another scene. Jack said, honestly, I'm so glad other folks are doing this. Dex said, and if you haven't checked out my interview with Dex, he's been interviewing a lot of people. Go click on his YouTube and Dex it up. On Splat-A-Lot, were there ever any players you really went out of your way to destroy their game? And if so, what's the story? Well, the issue we had was that they would be, everything was kind of random, but I think it would be the very final was either two girls and two boys. I think that's the way it would work. And most of the time, there were certain boys that would just straight up dominate and just blow through the obstacles and all of us like it was nothing. And okay, yay, doesn't really make for an exciting show. As you can imagine, it's not the most dramatic finish when one guy just bursts ahead and grabs it and now we're stuck there going, the hell is going on? So we were often instructed when there was an outlier, there would be a kid where you're like, man, are you 30 and a football player? Because you were blowing through this. We would be instructed to concentrate our efforts on the one child, to at very least slow them down. The people who I was meanest to, I think there was an episode of parents, and I think there was an episode of teachers. And those were the ones, because you could just hit them. Because they're old enough to know, like, this was a bad idea. And they chose it anyway. So that was the most enjoyable to me. Hold on, let me get through. Where did I go? Apple Butter said, I can't wait until Austin Creep starts doing coffee in his underwear. It's only a matter of time. Who the hell is Austin Creep? The gesticulating hand, said Ty. Great word. Really make the scene. Val said, I will watch nobody else ever make coffee in their underwear. Neil said, sore shoulder. It's been very tight. And I have to like unlock under here. It's like tight muscle. And then it opens this up. Pogirl said, impersonate someone making coffee. Oh, you're going to love this one. Look at this. This is going to blow your fucking mind. Okay. Here we go. See, I kept going just to get my face in frame. Let's do a little bit of this. Isn't that a good sound, huh? And now a little almond. I don't like, I normally use coconut, but they didn't have it. And I'm going to just a little bip. And I got 2 stevias. Where'd the other one go? Oh, yeah. What a scrappy little fella, huh? I'll give it a good thrashing before I put it in. You son of a bitch. I challenge you to a duel. Okay. There we are, there, and here we are, here. Jack said, I think you're asking, oh, where did we go? I missed this. I think you're asking too much here, Pogirl. That might be out of his range. That was a good one, Pogirl. I came through in a clinch, a regular Rich Little. SM said, I just want to let everyone know here that I made potato salad this week. And my sister said I was showing off too much about it. There's a ceiling on certain foods and how much you can brag about it. Like eggs. Anyone who brags, I make the best eggs. It's like they're eggs. You can either fuck them up or they're just okay. There's no the best. Potato salad has a couple ingredients. You get a little bit of leeway, but not too much. You're going to need to walk it back. Spot Center said, as a teen, we ran down from our D level seats to B level, standing in the aisle to get as close as we could to see the blood in the Patterson Slaughter street fight in the Civic Arena in Pittsburgh. that's the other thing is that like they took that same kind of match and they had it a couple different places, which is insane. But the one I'm referring to, I believe, is in Madison Square Garden. Although I should really go look and see if I could find the other one. Poor Girl Shine's mind is blown, and it is a little magic trick, basically. Heroin said, I saw Splat a lot, and I saw Gildar get gooed while Goo Grenade high five and breaks his neck. That's what happens when he stopped Assassin defended the cat. I did strain my neck in one episode. Neil said, oh, I already subscribed to Dex. Did you change your name recently? I saw this interview. Sorry. Yes, he did. He changed the logo. It's like a hip Nike-looking logo, and I like it. It's very very sleek. Dear Lord. I said the squat gets us every time. Imagine if you were underneath. George is here. George Barbosa, who is working on a wonderful documentary short. Is it a short? How long is the documentary used? It's shorter than normal documents. It's as long as I want it to be. So do stay tuned. It's coming together quite swimmingly. And the best part is, I have no recollection of what I said in it. He said, oh, you enjoy a dash of silk, eh? Yes. Please include that. I really want people to know the real me. I don't have the bulletproof butter coffee powder thing. So I need a little, and this stevia I have, it's very crystallized. It's less powdery. It's very crystal. The one in the dark green packets will be very powder, a little chalky, which I like. These are a little more crystal. I need a little more substance. Leo said, do you mute a lot of wrestlers on social media? I unfollowed so many this year and improved my feed so much. A lot of wrestlers, as it turns out, are pretty boring. Yeah, I do it all the time. And not just wrestlers, to be fair. I mean, it's hard to say like, wrestlers are boring. It's like, man, a lot of people are boring. And wrestling is often just a reflection of reality. I don't begrudge the wrestlers necessarily. I'm sure if you follow a lot of football players, they'd be fucking boring too. I think the misnomer is perhaps that, all wrestlers must be exciting. I think that's where we go wrong. Muting is good. Turning off retweets is good. And just following who you want is nice. Ty said, you son of a bitch, I challenge you to a duel. Morning maid. Val said, a good thrashing before you put it in. Dex said, we just changed our channel name this week. Search Dex FX WWE on YouTube, and that should help. It should. Jeff said, potato salad or macaroni salad? Macaroni, I think, is more absorbent. Sometimes the personality of the potato, those red skin potatoes try to take on a personality of their own. They walk around like, oh, look at me, I'm going to ruin this salad. Pasta's a little more mild-mannered, and I like it. I think it's a nicer canvas. Nils said, gotcha, Dex. I actually had to binge watch and shared your videos around, including Ethan Page's stream. We watched the Thems ones with him. What? Themes ones. Major FOMO said, let's see if you know this one. Please sing One Night in Bangkok from Chess. How could we forget? It's only one night in Bangkok, and it's already a mess. Just one night in Bangkok, and all I wanted to do is play some chess. It's one night in Bangkok, and I don't know what I've done. I'm out $20 and my pants don't feel so fun. I was looking for a good time and I have no reason or rhyme to explain to you what I've done. It's one night in Bangkok and I'll tell you what, I thought I would have more fun. That was one night in Bangkok. Guy went to play chess tournament. Who can forget that? And so many things happened. So many wonderful things. Spot Center said, would you bathe in a tub of eggs? What? No. Poached eggs for 10 minutes? No. 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 Like 1,000 ways, no. Neil said, Spot Center is on fire this morning. Neil said, did you mute me because I just retweet your stuff? Yeah, I turned off my own retweets. Crossbody said, what are your top 3 coffees to purchase in a cup and in a bag? I like a Dark Horse espresso downtown. In a pinch, I like a nitro cold brew. And then as a hot summer's day, I like going with an iced Americano. In a bag, I don't think I have a favorite one. I like the Kicking Horse is not bad. You want like a reliable one. You don't want the fanciest coffee all the time. Sometimes you want something a little more workmanlike. I like a Kicking Horse. I believe there's a Dark City Roast, which is apropos to me. There was one I used to get in Detroit, and they had this hand-drawn woman on the bag, and I loved it so much. Can't get it anymore. So I think the bag stuff, it's better to just go with how you feel and go to the local places and meet people. And of course, who could forget Steve Carino's Squared Circle Cafe coffee? I did like it. It was a nice blend. Good psychology. Ty said, it's been over a month since you have Bulletproof. No one has sent it to you? I'm out of luck here. No, I have it. I didn't use it today. I didn't feel so substantial. I wanted something a little lighter. I wanted to taste the coffee. Nicholas said, RJ, I have the same mug as you. Nicholas, I call bullshit. This says, I don't know if you can see this. It says Toki. Oh, I'll turn it around here. Maybe that's better. This is dangerous shit. It says Toki, Japan. Does yours say the same? I don't believe you. Val said, I assume half my Twitter folks have me muted. I'm not a wrestler. Just people follow me, and I'm like, gee, I wonder how long it's going to take before they mute me. Jack Townsend said, 60-second scene. Please act like you're a kids show educational host where you're desperately trying to get fired, but everyone just keeps loving you for your efforts. I'm glad to be joining you folks again. I missed you all. It's very sweet of you, Jack. Kids show host trying to get fired. Hi, everyone. How are we today? Because I'm not doing very well. I got a lot going on. Very stressful at home. The old lady is giving me a hard time. Give me a hard time. You thought that was funny. Great. Well, let's talk about itching and scratching. You know, sometimes I got an itch. Huh? I got an itch. I got an itch right here. Huh? You're all okay. Whew. Well, I guess in that sense, we've really learned a lot today. And I want you to go home. And I want you to tell your parents that this is what I taught you. And I want you to go home and get the green little pieces of paper and then send them all to me. That was I ended on a Soupy Sales reference, who said that as a joke during one of his kids' shows, and that was basically blackballed from the business, which was a shame. I hope that was fine, Jack. Chicken salad. SM said, didn't realize potatoes was so pretentious. Oh my God, I'm so behind in this thing. Dear Lord. Everyone's thanking. Everyone's talking. This is good. Apple Butter said, in French, apple and potato are almost the same thing, but in your mouth, no. Positively E said, cooked or uncooked eggs. I don't know. What are we talking about? Neil said, my favorite 60 seconds was the one where he just stood there being super pissed off. That may have even been the first one. Spot Center said, that must have been the other night in Bangkok, more chill. Leo said, Mike Batt, who wrote songs for Chess, had a dog that was related to my grandmother's old dog. Christ, that dog smelled. Was it the dog's fault or was it Mike's? Sometimes people's houses smell, and that's where their dogs smell. Nail said, also, my favorite songs this year have been Anyone Can Whistle, Who Can Forget, which feels like it was 20 years ago. Always Ready, which people still tweet about. And here are all the reasons I love David Arquette, which I honestly have no recollection of singing. Here are all the reasons he makes me wet. Oh my God. I sung that? Sean said, I think I'm going to get some Steve Carino coffee for Christmas. What blend do you recommend? I believe it was the silver one, which was the medium. It was nice. It was nice. I think you'll enjoy it. Leo said, I think if you made a live action Simpsons episode, you would be a great sideshow Mel. I'm basically, I really would enjoy being the Troy McClure. That's at all impossible. I would enjoy it a lot. Ty said, Michaela, ignore nails. This is not a cult, so I've been told. Spot Center said, Sean, the Carino stuff is good. I get whatever medium is. Not a Dark Rust fan. Nicholas said, I just burned my face trying to check my mug. That's why I make cold brew, my friend. The joke is on you. Now, please get to a hospital. SM said, remember to like the video, guys. Jack said, I have another one to end the stream. Well, hit me with it. We're closing in on it soon. Neil said, I want to hear more about dogs who are related. Jack, this is great. I did this about David, fake name, said, in French, potatoes are earth apples. Earth apple, earth apple. Who remembers that song? I think it's Frankie Avalon. Remember, it's the other way. Maybe it's the other way around. And apples are tree potatoes, which was the Frankie Avalon song that never quite caught on. Urka said, I'd do anything to smell my grandmother's house again. On the surface, it sounds very creepy. But I know exactly what you mean. Yes. I feel like, I think people, when they get hit with certain smells, I feel like the smells do store a lot of memories, because it's one of those things where it hits you. Like, it's one of those things where, like, if you see a picture of her old house, you can think of the smell, but you can't smell it. But if you smell that smell, you can feel it. You can close your eyes and you are there. You know what I mean? Panta's Grandma said, anyone can whistle should be a Christmas single. It would be huge. Bigger than Mariah Carey, that's for sure. She's a small-time gal. Neil said, I just cackled at the Earth Apple song. Lucas said, burn myself on breakfast chili. I know the feeling. What a dangerous day this has been for some people. SM said, I'm going to start calling people Earth Apples. And look at this guy. It's a real Earth Apple over here. Hey, man, look at this guy. What is he trying to be? An Earth Apple or something? Val said, the amount I laughed while watching you was a lot. Thank you for being a bright spot in my 2020. We still got like half the month ago. Because of you, I've met so many cool people online and in person. You're amazing. I appreciate it. That is so sweet of you to say, Val. And thank you for being an upstanding citizen. Thank you. Because shitty people would make this shit. And sometimes it is shit because there are some shitty people, yet the majority of you do not seem to be shitty people yet so far. And for that, I am very thankful. So thank you, Val. Val is confirming with facts. Smell is the sense most linked to memory. Sean said, I think that's like a fact. That smell triggers memory better. Okay, so, well, I'm very in line with science. I should read more. Val is the best, said Nails. Hashtag pop for pancakes. Spot Center said, I used to read Fantastic Four comics while listening to my mom's Four Seasons 45 in her stereo console. And that was late December, all the way back in 63. Those old 70s furniture pieces. It was a good idea. I would have a couch with the Spotify in it. They should update that. George said, there's a place called Tricolor, filled with disgruntled old Italian men that make an espresso that'll punch you right in the taste buds. It'll make you hate life just the way you always wanted to. It'll give you something to complain about. You sip that espresso and you go, you're so bitter. It's like, you know. And another thing, that's like what that bitterness does to you. Good for them. It's espresso, to have an espresso with someone, because it's what, like this big. You have to be two people who have conversation. So you sip and then it just launches into this whole conversation. So by the end of it's not like you're done it in 5 minutes. It'll take you like 40 minutes to finish the espresso. Leo said, I once worked in a dry cleaner and I did not enjoy it. Every time I smell dry cleaning, I get depressed, and that's why you're filthy, yet happy. Spin the other way for Australia. I dare you. It's going to throw the earth off its axis. Jack Townsend with his final 60-second scene. Please end your stream as if you totally forgot to turn off the camera and mic and your real personality comes out. Be as bro-like, guttural as you like. Bonus points if you burp. All right, so I'm not going to go away. This is just the 60-second scene of me shutting off the thing. So please, I will end in like 5 minutes, not right now. So this is the scene, all right? Here we go. Anyway, that's the show, guys. Thank you for joining us. Godspeed and God bless. Seriously, I don't want to do this anymore. It's enough. It's enough now. It's just annoying. They tell you to act and they tell you to sing. And the guy tried to make me fight with another guy. I don't want to do this. I just want to go, no, let's go work out. No, today is a back a day. I'm doing deadlifts. Just deadlifts. It's a new program. I do 30 sets, but of 1 rep, and there's an hour rest in between. So bring lunch. Okay? No, I'm done. It's fine. It's over now. It doesn't matter. There's another platform. I'm on MSN Messenger. I do the same live stream too. No, it's good. Did you want to go or not? Seriously. Honestly. Seriously? Honestly. Okay. Fine. Seriously. And scene. That was bro me. As possible. I hope that worked. Pogirl said, this hour is really a bright spot in my week. Thank you, RJ and all. Liz said, 2020 being what it's been, I don't know what you're talking about. Moments like these on Sunday mornings have been super great for my mental well-being. Thanks, RJ. That's very sweet, Liz. Also, 2019 was kind of crappy too. I mean, this is particularly bad, but don't forget how bad the world was before it got worse. I'm helping you keep it all in perspective, Liz. Neil said, wow, Jack is a narc? Demoted to second favorite. Don't tell Sean I said that. I don't know what that's talking about. Leo said, do you like that Stan account of you I found? Yes, it was delightful. Posted pictures that I had never seen before, which creeped me out. SM said, hoping for him to fart like he thinks no one's watching. Oh, so everyone seemed to enjoy is that mild Greek American? That is Italian Canadian. That is my parents have an Italian accent. Nail said, I'm dying. Pogirl said, what accent is that? Yeah, that's what that is. SM said, bulky, is that you? Sean said, vaguely foreign guy is back. Ty said, I can't argue you're hilarious. I guess. Spencer and I said, can you make fart noises under your arm? I don't think so. And I don't think I'm doing it. Oh, I don't know how. Like, no one's ever instructed me. I didn't go to summer camp. Neil said, I keep telling people, well, RJ told me, at least you had a good Christmas memories that make you say this year is shit. I'm paraphrasing, but it was good advice from the Q&A. Yes, it was. And I should take some of that myself. Jeff said, have you shopped at Canadian Tire lately? I ran out of all their money. I was robbed. And the guy only wanted the Canadian Tire money. He had to get some spark plugs or something. Lucas said, we need an off-Broadway show of all your personalities. A one-man show, where it's just me talking for like an hour. Spencer said, too swole. I don't think that's... Now I'm just slapping it. Nell said, the common kids do the fart under the arm. The posh kids do the horse. And when I think posh, I think Bobby Fish. Bobby, the horseman fish. Val said, brilliant nails. I do have brilliant nails. They're not that bad. I got decent hands. I play piano. They're long, and they're quite delicate. Good for tweeting. Leo said, people go on about how great their childhood was and how bad adulthood is, but people should really realize their childhood was probably also shit. Man, people like being younger. That's for sure. I think people always like being younger. People always like as much time as possible. even when the circumstances are bad. SM said, I think you have some sweat going and you cup your arm. Oh. Well, that's not quite. Jeff said, would you ever have Bobby Fish on the show? It would be quite an equestrian episode. I have to go to a stable. Ty said, since you'll have to play piano for us one time since you didn't do it during After Dark. Yep, I'll just wheel it in and I'll sip and play piano. The new Mark Russell. All right, we're done. We proved the point. Here's the underwear. Got a good look. And look, I'll turn both ways for everyone. No, I can't do it. It's weird. There you go. Go enjoy your lives or something. This is a good squat. This is a good pose. Godspeed and God bless. Seriously, honestly, it's over. Guys, seriously.